Live right now.
Look at that. Dave's already live. Alright, so go live.
Gross. Good golly, Miss Molly, I am exhausted. Oh yeah, we need to put on some adventuring music.
Okay. Next question. How do we do screen cap? Now that I'm live and everyone can hear me ask these stupid questions.
On Streamlabs, you should have a box that says sources. What you want is display capture. But make sure you have all your porn closed.
Well, of course. I made sure to do that before I got into the stream.
Good job. Hey!
Okay. There it is. Screen capture.
You want display.
What'd you say?
I said display capture. Because, I don't know, do you have Streamlabs open?
Yeah, I do. Oh, here it is. Yep. Display capture. Primary and secondary. Add source. Display capture. Add source. Capture cursor. Yep, that's fine. Automatic. Blah, blah, blah. Done.
No, it should be showing you at the top what your screen looks like.
Yeah, and it is,
Should
it's
current,
a mess.
yeah, currently it should look like an infinite mirror of Streamlabs.
Yes, that is what it currently looks like.
Yep, but that's fine because once you start going into your card deck stuff in your web browser, that's what it'll be displaying.
Got it. Okay.
Yep, it's just capturing everything you're looking at, which is why I said close your porn.
Yeah, of course. That would be the smart thing to do. Okay. So let's see, can I do this? And then that? Okay, but then it's gonna capture my both screens there. So, alright. So we'll just close this. I cannot actively look at anything while I'm doing this, or else it'll look funky to everybody else. There we go. I get it though, if I had two monitors, I could have all my data on one monitor and then what I'm actually streaming on the other.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. I'll hide the card. Though, to be fair, you can just read the tabs, so.
I'm also not looking at your stream. I'm looking at our chat.
Oh yeah, that's right. How do I look at our stream? Because how do we do the co-stream thing?
Oh, Mason knows how to do that. I don't know how he did that before.
Alright, well, I guess what I want to do then is actually go to your stream, not my own stream.
Whoops. That's not what I want to click as.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
I don't know how long ago you sent that GIF, but I just got it.
Which one?
The Turbo Boost one?
Oh, that was right after that text I sent you about how I forgot the pregnant lady's ice cream.
Yeah, I tried to send you a GIF, it wouldn't send.
Oh, I better not lose my ability to chat with you.
Oh, we'll see.
definitely gonna turn that audio off. There we go. Alright, cool. Now I can see your stream.
Oh, good. That means you're going to see what card I picked. Alright, let's get started in earnest here, as we've been dirtling around for 10 minutes.
Of course.
Welcome, everybody.
What would we do?
Well, fair.
You know what?
We've only been dirtling
That's
live
your
for
card
5
day?
minutes. Yep.
That's hilarious, because that is 100% one of the cards I was looking at.
Yep. So, okay, Mason sent the multi-Twitch. So I will copy that link and tweet it out.
Did you put it in the chat there of your Twitch stream?
Yeah.
Okay, then I should be able to see it. Multi-Twitch, there you go.
Did I just get a Discord message?
Yeah, it says that Crystal joined your Discord channel.
Oh god, who invited Crystal?
Dang.
I mean, what's
Really
up, Crystal?
I love how I have to click on the broadcasters indicated this channel is for mature audiences for both of ours.
Yeah, because we like to say
bad words, kids.
'cause we like to say fucking shit. Hi, Crystal. Welcome to our stream.
What's up? Hey, so you guys are building your magic decks, right? Are you showing like picture footage of anything, or are you just chatting about cards and stuff?
There's picture footage. You can see both of our computer screens, so you can see the cards as we're looking at them.
Then what is Crystal doing wrong? Because I don't see that.
I don't know what Crystal is doing wrong because I don't know what Crystal is looking
Are
at.
are you on our Twitch? Because it's not in our Discord.
Haha, see?
Yeah.
Crystal's doing something wrong.
Yep. Yeah. We're not streaming it through shared screen on Discord. I mean, I can share the screen on Discord. I think I can do that while streaming it on Twitch. Maybe not, actually. Who knows? But yeah, we're streaming it on Twitch.
See, Mason's the best because Mason just sent me the link to it.
Mason's a good dude.
True story.
Nothing would function in this entertainment empire without Mason pulling all the strings. That's why I want to teach him to play, because then I want to do this with him. I want him to stream building a deck with me.
Yeah, and he is the puppet master. He just stated that just so
Yeah.
everyone is completely aware of it, but it's 100% true.
Yeah, it's very true. Okay, but as I was saying, Ian and I are friends in the same Magic Pod, and we've decided, as we both now like to stream, that we're going to each pick a partner card, and neither of us know which partner we picked until we were live on camera. Ian knows what card I picked because he popped into my stream, but I still don't know what card Ian picked. So, Ian, would you care to share with the class which card you picked for this blind partner build as we adopt a magic child together?
Well, yeah, and to be fair, I did pop into your stream because I wanted to, view everything, see what you were doing, because I figured you're probably going to actually build the list.
Yeah, I can do that.
So, but my choice was a card called Togo, Goblin Weaponsmith.
Ah, the Goblin Weaponsmith.
Yeah, I thought he was fun. Although my other option is also fun, and definitely, I was like, man, the two that I picked have nothing to do with each other, like for sure. But the funny thing is, both Helena, the one you picked,
Yeah.
and Elena, the Trapper, they were both in my short list.
I'll be honest with you. Helena and Elena were my two. Helena was my number one choice, and Elena was my backup.
Oh, that's funny. It would have been especially funny if I did pick Helena.
Yeah.
And then you picked Helena.
Yeah. So.
So I really don't know if my card has any synergy with yours, really.
Yeah, but no, they definitely don't. But I mean, that was good. That was the fun. That was the point of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a Helena Kessid Ranger. My pick. Reach is a 4 mana, so 3 and a green. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2. When you do, that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Yeah, this commander of the partners was like the most obvious Dave pick of the commanders because this is green and cares about big creatures hitting the battlefield, which is all I ever want to do. And so Togo, the Goblin Weaponsmith, he's a fun little lad. He is 3 mana total, 2 in a red. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Rock. Equipped creature has pay 1, tap, sacrifice Rock. This creature deals 2 damage to any target and equip 1. So he just makes a bunch of rocks. And it doesn't sound on paper like he's going to be setting the world on fire, but I love the idea of this guy that he's an artificer. He's qualified as an artificer. They call him a weaponsmith, and all he does is just give people rocks.
Exactly. That's why I loved him, because I knew you would love the flavor of him. Togo, Goblin Weaponsmith. Oh, what does he make? Like obsidian daggers, bone spears? Nope. He hands you a rock.
He hands you a rock. Oh, yeah, I'd love to see that somebody's offering me a special offer.
Oh, the best. Don't you know?
They want to promote my channel. I've been chosen.
Okay, so she cares about whenever another creature enters the battlefield. He cares about whenever lands enter the battlefield.
Did it say land? Yeah, whenever land.
Yeah, he essentially has landfall. Make a rock.
Landfall rock, and mine is creature fight. Well, although it's not technically fight, it's different.
So let's see if it's. So if we go creature, and then let's see, where is that's rarity criteria, flavor text, artist, lore. Wait, where's the oracle text? Can I get put in? Text. Here we go. Let's look up land. Oh crap. I just looked up every single creature card that has the word land in it. Oh. It is red and green.
I was gonna say, please tell you narrowed it by color.
Yeah. I did red-green, not realizing that it wouldn't do includes. Oh, I did exactly these colors and say including these colors. Actually, would it be at most these colors? Let me try that search. That'll probably give me like 100,000 cards.
Well, you could put those 2 colors and then do allow partial matches.
Okay.
There. The deck list is started. Ian's screen capture is really zoomed in. Well, I don't know how to fix that. That's what Mason says.
Super zoomed in. How
go back to your Streamlabs.
Oh, it is. Yep, I'm in my Streamlabs.
Yeah, and then right-click it. Right-click the top display. Do then go to transform.
Yep.
And then I think it's fit to screen. I think that's what you want.
There we go.
I think that should solve it.
To tell me, but that should solve the problem.
Alright, so lands. So we're going to want a healthy number of lands so that we're making some rocks.
Right now, I'm going to look up... I'm going to look up creatures that have both the word land and battlefield in their text in red and green. Because this should include... Oh, no, that also include cards that have more than that. So let's do at most.
Oh,
these
bye,
colors.
Crystal.
That's it. There we go. There we go. So this should give me every card. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna narrow this down a little bit. Cards images, sort by name, auto. Because there's over 200 of these cards.
Shit.
So
I
let's
forgot
look
what I was
up just the
doing.
green cards, because those are going to be the ones that mostly drop lands onto the battlefield. Because what I'm thinking is, if we play cards that can drop lands onto the battlefield, then it'll trigger both effects.
Ian, of whatever of the many online deck list websites that EDH uses to pull data from, do you want to guess how many Helena and Togo decks there are? Hi, Crystal.
3.
No.
Is there 0?
Oh, Crystal's muted. No. There is 18.
Oh, okay. Respectable number. Still a little
So
surprised.
we
but-
got, let's see, a lot of Death Touch. Oh, yeah, a lot of Death Touch because of Helana's ability. And does the rock equip creature has one,
Sacrifice rock. This
creature
creature
deals damage. So yeah, okay. So Death Touch. Death Touch is going to be a thing we're going to want to lean heavy into. That's going to what probably makes this mismatch of cards sing. Death Touch, and I mean, there's not going to be a lot of lifelink in green and red, if any at all. But lifelink would be cool too. Oh, and then of course there's Infect. We could turn this into an Infect deck.
Ugh, gross. I would only do that if we were specifically playing against Mike. Okay, that should... Let's see.
Oh, Twitch chat. Oh, hey!
Oh, that narrowed it down by like 30 cards. There's 247.
Hey, Alex, welcome to the chat. I don't know. I don't know how long we'll be on. A couple hours, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just chit-chatting, shooting the breeze, building a magic deck together, and thank you. Okay. So we both...
Okay, so I guess that begs the question, do we want to make this into a Death Touch deck?
I think... I don't know.
See, because I like the idea of something like the Arboreal Grazer. Reach, when it enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Because then literally drop it, you can trigger Elena's ability, though that's a bad example because that is a 0 power creature, but at least you could trigger Elena's ability, but then it'll also drop a land into play, which will then give you a rock.
That card's in Yorvo for ramp.
Yeah, oh yeah, and this is definitely a ramp deck. Like red-green, cares about lands coming into the battlefield. You know, definitely has some ramp ability.
And follow whatever land which is the benefit of your control, create a green separately. Let's see. I don't know. Death Touch seems like a good way to go, but I don't think it should be the only way to go.
No, I think that should be maybe part of it.
Should we put Finn the Fangbearer in as one of our possible win cons?
We certainly could. We're full. Oh god, that is a massive list of cards, but at least then I can see their price as well. Yeah, because are we doing this Euro style?
We can. We both picked partners cheap enough. Okay, I just refreshed chat on my phone because it wasn't showing stuff, so hopefully I can actually see stuff.
Yeah, are we doing this What do you usually do when you're trying to look up cards under a certain price? What's your go-to price?
I usually start at $1. Hey, Alex followed you, Ian.
Hey, thank you, Alex. I appreciate the follow.
Thanks, Alex. We appreciate it. We always appreciate when you're in our streams.
Yay, perfect. Thank you so much.
I need to figure out what next, like, long game I'm gonna stream.
Oh, you know what's funny there, Dave?
What's that?
So Alex said congrats on your baby, and I realized that has to do with your stream title and nothing to do with my own life.
Yeah, Ian's about to have a baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a dad. So that when I first saw that, I was about to be like, how the hell did they know? Like, they just followed me. Have they been stalking me prior?
Congrats on 2 babies.
Yes, well, thank you. Yeah, my magic baby and my magic deck baby.
Are the rocks Togo makes a token?
Yes.
Okay, alright, I'm going to officially add a card to our deck list. This is the first card that's not our commander.
I'm listening.
Idol of Oblivion.
Idol of Oblivion, what does it do?
Well, first of all, it's like 50 cents. Tap it. It's a 2-drop artifact. Tap it, draw a card. Activate only if you created a token this turn. Or pay 8, tap, sack, and create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token.
Yeah,
that's
a good one.
Yeah, I mostly like it for the top ability, because I love card draw. I know it's contingent card draw, but, like, I have a feeling we're going to make plenty of... why is it not letting me make them partners? Hold on.
What are you using for your for that there thingamajig? Your deck list?
I use deck stats. It's not letting me make these 2 both commander. It keeps defaulting to take one of them off.
Well, thank you, Lasora8. I appreciate the congratulations. Let's see. I mostly want to find the cards that are going to... See, I feel like Death Touch might actually kind of be a pretty strong way to go.
I think most of our creatures should have Death Touch.
Heroes never die.
Because we can get lots of effects that, are essentially rampant growth. But what's really gonna kind of come down to is, like, how do we use their abilities? And essentially turn any of your creatures into tap, destroy target, like turn AM into assassins.
Yeah.
And then your effect is even just as they drop. It means essentially pay 2 more for any given creature card, and it adds an ETB destroy target creature effect.
Yep.
And then at any time, you played another creature? Well, cool. Now I'm gonna play a land. I'm gonna make a rock, equip it for 1. And then, just shoot you to death with the friggin' rocks I'm making.
These can be partners with each other, right? Yeah, because it just says partner. It's not partner with. Okay. Partner. Yep. Alright. I knew there was a way to make it work, because I did it on Dex decks, not with partners, but with... backgrounds, which is 2 commanders. But I need it to recognize that I have both of these guys as my commanders so that it just stops filtering out one color or the other.
So we'll do Creatures of Death Touch. Now, since they have Death Touch, then it's really 54 cards, includes the word Death Touch and our creatures. I'm surprised that number is not higher. Oh, you know, we don't have access to black. Black's got a lot of Death Touch. Oh, plus we're looking for Death Touchers under the cost of 1. Okay, but we kind of have to assume that every card is.
Hey, Sora!
Additional amount.
Look at that, the whole group's here.
Tago. Oh. I try to sort out what I'm doing here.
Might just have to use a different site.
I feel like there's gotta be a way to do it.
I've done it before
so
with the
these are-
background because that background is 2 commanders, but it's just not working for this partner right now. I wonder if there's like an override command. Oh no! Just accidentally closed my music.
Oh, don't do that, Dave. Without music, no one's gonna want to listen to us.
I don't want to listen to us.
No, especially since we're so dang boring.
Well, I know this problem right now is like killing the stream.
Okay, what? I'm sorry, what are you using to build your deck list?
Deck stats.
Heroes never die.
Oh, Crystal's texting. I wonder if she has the answer you need.
No, I don't think so. I used background on deck stats before, which is 2 commanders, and I don't remember. Keep looking at cards. Keep your stuff interesting at least.
Pardon voice intrusion. I'm struggling with my Twitch app, so I can't text in the chat for some reason.
No, that's fine. I prefer this. It's
I'm
faster.
not putting in a specific commander and just searching by colors.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing mostly for my commanders, but you're talking about for what Dave's problem right now?
Yeah, I only heard part of what his problem was, so that's why I don't know how helpful I'm being.
Well, he's trying to build the deck on deckstats.net, but he's struggling to find a way to put both commanders in at the same time because we're doing partner commanders.
Yeah, whenever I put one of them as the commander, it just takes away commander from the other one.
Oh, I kind of remember, but let me do it on my
Sounds
end
like
so
it.
I can tell you properly.
Ah, I found it. On the main page, there's a property setting, and there's in the properties there's an option for multiple commanders.
Yeah, I think Finn the Fang Bearer will need to go into the deck just
Oh my
because if
God.
we're doing a whole death touching thing, you know.
Okay, I
And
literally just added
Alana, let's you to target creatures.
properties,
She only does
multiple
new creatures.
commanders.
And how does Finn work?
Okay, multiple commanders. I just changed the property of this deck to multiple commanders.
That should work.
It should work. And it's working. All right, there we go. Now it won't filter out green cards or red cards individually. We'll have them all. Thanks for sticking with us, chat.
Yep.
Okay, on to the deck building. Okay, you're right. I agree. Also, thank you, Crystal, for popping in. And feel free to keep popping in with comments or cards you request for our baby. We appreciate your friendship.
Yep. And to those who aren't in the know, this is Kaliska who is talking, and she is one of our really good friends. And in fact, she is the reason that me and Dave even know who each other is. So.
That's true.
Is that the best grammars you could use?
No, it's not, Jen.
That I could have used? Oh, that's fun. Dave can hear you.
But we're going to let it slide.
Apparently this mic picks things up very well.
Well, I mean, I was picking up your guys' grocery games as soon as you logged in or before.
Can you hear her? She's playing Splatoon. Can you hear that in the background?
No. You're good on
Okay.
that.
Well, now that I've said that, I know Crystal's gonna just join her and play Splatoon. So
Alright.
we've lost Crystal in our stream. Yeah, mostly the reason I want to add Finn is, for one, he is a Death Toucher himself, which is useful. Plus, using the rocks to kill someone will be very difficult. So having a way to just tap, swing, kill people will make the deck a little more viable.
Well, here's the thing, though. This isn't a contention against Finn. This is actually an argument for Finn. So, Finn, hold on. Let me bring up his reading. I want to get at his actual wordage here. Okay, it is specifically combat damage. Okay, so never mind.
It is, and that's what I looked at with him, because I'm like, all right, if we can just hit him with the rocks, then that's gonna make the deck go very, very quick. Now, I will say this, I would strongly advise against ever tutoring for him.
I don't run tutors. They're all expensive except for the land tutors.
Well, green would have creature tutors, red's tutors are very chaotic and unpredictable.
Yeah, but like any green tutor that's worth its salt is like out of our price range. Alright, I'm gonna put the ambush vampire in because that's a death toucher with flash, and that I like.
Alright, so I looked it up by green, cards that cost less than $1, and I'm storing it by mana value. So starting, you want me to start with the biggest creatures and work down, or you want me to start with the little guys? Because one of the nice things is that Togo and Halana are on curve. Togo is a 3-drop, Halana is a 4-drop. So in an ideal world, you will drop Togo on either turns 2 or 3, and drop her on either turns 3 or 4.
I want you to sift through cards, and whatever ones sing to you, I want you to bring them to the table.
Alright, so look up Gnarlwood Dryad.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. You know what card I'm also putting in here right now?
Which one?
Rampaging Baloths.
Yeah, I mean, they were going to get a lot of good landfall triggers for sure. Also look up Teething Wormlet.
Oh, I know that one. It's got this really adorable art.
Yep, it is a perfect Death Touch card for this deck.
Oh yeah, because we'll have all the rocks.
Yep, all the rocks, and every time an artifact enters the battlefield under control will gain a life, and if this is the first time as a result, the Wormlet gets bigger. Because yeah, like small little 1/1 Death Touchers are very cute, but it's also good to have, you know, a way to actually get the creatures big enough to be like threats in their own right.
Enduray's Forerunners. As a win con card.
Ooh, we can put the Kappa Tech Wrecker in there.
Tech Wrecker?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you'll recognize the card as soon as you see it.
Oh, yeah, the Ninja Turtle.
Yep.
Excuse me. No. Alright. Give me some fun. Let's see. Ooh. Omnath Locus of Rage. It's only $2. Did you know that?
Which one is that? Is that the green-red one?
Yeah. The one that makes elementals with Landfall. Let's see. Do we want to try? What do we? We're trying to keep the whole deck Yoga budget, right?
Yep. So yeah, I mean, as of right now, I wouldn't think that would be a bad thing. Ooh, look up Irnis Gloomstalker.
Oh, that one. It's funny that there's an Irnis Gloomstalker and then there's just a card called Gloomstalker.
Oh, really? That's funny. Death Touch, whenever she attacks, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Hence, gain more landfall triggers.
That seems good. Anything to make rocks.
Deathbloom Gardener is a death-touching mana dork for 3. So a little out of curve, but...
Add 1 mana of any color. Yeah, it's a little out of the curve. Well, I'm okay with it because then it's basically like a 3 mana rock, which I'm okay with 3 mana rocks because some of them are good. And plus, we play on a mega budget. Let's see. We need some more card draw engines.
Oakhame Adversary. Oakhame.
If an opponent controls a green permanent, Death Touch. Let your player draw a card. Yeah, sure.
Acidic Slime, kind of a classic.
Classic, yeah. That's removal and Death Touch, so we definitely want it. Plus, we're green. We like when our removals on creatures. Yes. Speaking of green, though, we're pretty green heavy. I'm gonna look up some red creatures, just to have some red fun.
Oh, for sure. I mean, big part of the.
There probably isn't any red creatures that have Death Touch. Alright, let's find red creatures that cost a quarter. Oh my goodness. I forgot to put in creatures. Creature. Alright, that's a lot of cards to go through. I want to sort this by...
How's the Hornet Queen less
Sour
than a
Papar. But it got reprinted recently. Actually, yeah, let's put the Hornet Queen in, because that's Death Touchers with evasion.
Flying Death Touch, and then it creates 4 1/1 Flying Death Touchers.
Yeah, Hornet Queen's in Yorvo, and when I bought it, it wasn't less than $1.
No, I was gonna say that card is expensive as far as I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was more than $1. Oh, this guy has -1 power. That's cool. How the fuck do you print a card with -1 power?
Is that old card?
2020. Char Rumbler.
Newer card.
Double strike. Pay 1 red. Char Rumbler gets +1/+10 a turn. So you gotta pay 2 red for him to actually do damage. That's ridiculous.
What's the name of that card?
Char Rumbler. It's -1/3.
What the heck set is that from?
I have no idea.
You said Char Rumbler?
Yep.
Like 2 words?
Try a hyphen. Avatar of Slaughter. All creatures have double strike and attack each combat if able.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that Greater Gargadon. Suspend 10.
Okay, so that's from Time Spiraled Remastered, because that's a Future Sight card.
Ah, I don't know what any of that means.
Hold on, view all prints.
Crystal says we should include Sable Ferret.
Yeah, she says that because it's a ferret. I actually don't know. I don't know enough about Sable Ferret to know one way or another.
I don't even see it when I searched it. Man, it might be Bronze Ferret there, Crystal. Yeah, from Theros. Bronze Ferret.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a 2/1 artifact creature. Vanilla creature.
Oh, the Bronze Sable.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bronze Sable. Yeah.
I'm literally looking at red creatures that cost less than a quarter, and I'm searching by their power.
Okay, so let's get rid of touch. We don't need creatures anymore, so let's look up. I need land searching effects. For really anything that'll put a land into play.
Oh my god. Whatever lesser Gargadon attacks, blocks, sacrifice a land.
Oof. Oh, yeah. You know, I do know who that is.
Oh my god, this thing's just called Org. Org can't attack if defending player controls an untapped creature with power 3 or greater. Org can't block creatures with power 3 or greater. It's bigger than it thinks.
Let's see.
I
There's
kinda-
things like the Sky Shroud Ranger, which will just allow us to put lands from our hand onto the battlefield. But that only helps us as long as we have lots of lands in our hand.
Yeah. You know, if you really want to go all in on the Death Touch, we could splurge on a $2.30 card. That would then turn all of our red creatures that don't have Death Touch into creatures with Death Touch.
Hold on, this problem could be solved because I plugged in a second charger.
Huzzah!
Oh.
Wait.
Literally used both.
Ian, I have a rules interaction question.
Yes.
Alright, so there's let's see, there's that green card that gives untapped creatures hexproof and tapped creatures death touch.
Yeah.
Say I have Circara the Bold, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Circara the Bold, you can tap Circara the Bold to deal 1 damage to any target. Would that then turn that into death touch damage because I've tapped Circara?
Yes, because what happens is
Sick.
there's a cost and effect. So you tap Circara, you pay the cost. Now the effect goes onto the stack. It'll check and it'll be like, once that effect resolves, it'll be like, okay, you deal 1 damage from Circara, and then you look and see, oh, Circara has Death Touch now because the stack effect happens literally at any time that there's a state-based check, which is pretty much all the time. Pretty much any time you are in the middle of resolving something, you're gonna get a state-based check. So it'll be like, alright, cool, you deal 1 damage, state-based check, Death Touch, bam.
Alright, well then I propose that our big money card of this deck be that card that gives Death Touch to tapped creatures and hexproof to untapped creatures.
That would be good, because then anytime you swing with anything, it gives a Death Touch. And just giving all of your untapped stuff hexproof is pretty useful. Now, is that a green card that does that effect?
Yes.
Okay.
It's in Yorbo. It's Sereth, the Viper's Fang.
So you should look up,
Ooh, that art is
Wayfarer's
fucking
Bauble
nice.
is just a classic 1-drop artifact. Pay 2, tap, sack it, search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. So if that's in your opening hand, that's a turn 1 into a turn 2 action, which then gets you to, I mean, turn 3 you're gonna probably be ready to drop Togo anyways, but then it just gives you more mana, so when you drop Helena, you can then, you know, start equipping stuff to her and stuff like that. But the bigger card I wanted you to look at was Broken Bond.
Yeah, I know Broken Bond. Yeah, let's do it. Broken Bond! I'll be right back.
Yep. guarantee that we keep getting the rocks, we're gonna have to make sure we, get our land drops. Which anything that tutors for land will be good for that. Frontier Guide, a little mana intensive, but late game. It can definitely be like, oh, I happen to have extra mana laying around, I might as well trigger this.
Okay. What'd I miss?
I was saying that, so after the Broken Bond, I was looking, and there's effects to like put lands from our hand into play, which is kind of useful, but also like we have to have lands for those to really net us anything. So I'd rather do things that tutor up our lands. Frontier Guide would be a good card to look and do that.
It costs 4 to tutor up land?
It does. It's not super useful early. It's more that it's a good card late game. Plus, you gotta remember in this deck that has a big focus on playing land cards, that like late game, we're probably gonna have like 12, 14 mana to be dropping at a pretty consistent rate.
Hopefully.
I mean, we can at least like throw it on the list. We don't necessarily have to run it, obviously.
No, it's on the list. It's in the deck.
Yep, that's it. Nothing can be removed. Kamal's Druidic Vow, big X cost spell that can drop a whole bunch of lands and artifact, lands late, and then Togo turns that into a bunch of rocks. Ooh, I just realized something. So Togo makes these for free as just a triggered effect. So anything that sacrifices to artifacts, we can just sack the rocks to it.
Kamal's Druidic Vow is a $1.
Okay, so it's right at the limit. Hey, Cypher asked the same question you did. What'd I miss?
Welcome back.
And I do love how Crystal is gonna fill our, like, she's gonna want to fill a small portion of our deck with just cute things.
We need cute things with Death Touch. That's what we need. Oh, you know what we could give? We could do for our red creatures? We could pick in some flyers. Get some evasive guys.
Mm-hmm. Red doesn't do that super efficiently, but this is also battle cruiser magic, so efficiency isn't always the important thing.
Battle cruiser magic. I've seen people say that. I still don't know what it means.
So essentially, when you play standard, think of it like military, stealth actions or small strike teams. Like, games are quick. It's all about efficiency. You're just moving in, moving out, taking out targets, just getting the win. Battle cruiser magic, which is what, commanders usually refer to, is essentially two battleships doing battle. It is slow, it is chunky, but like when they hit, boom, huge explosion. So it's much slower. Rather than doing a fast-paced arena shooter, it's like you're doing a tank battle.
How do you feel about the archetype of aggression?
Gives all of our creatures trample?
Yep.
I guess it depends how much of our deck is small Death Touchers, because the trample's not super useful to them. much is the archetype progression?
75 cents.
Yeah, I mean, it's useful, and especially, actually, one of the most useful facts about it is it can take away trample from your opponents.
Exactly. I don't want our whole deck... I mean, efficiency-wise, our whole deck should be a bunch of death touchers. Like, I understand that. But I also want to use Halana's ability. And while I get the death touchers would be great at it, too.
We should definitely put our rampant growth in there. I mean, it's just a classic. Oh, and 100%, we need to put Steve in the deck.
But who?
Sakura Tribe Elder.
I actually don't have him in my Euro budget landfall deck.
He's good. He's a classic. He's been reprinted so many times. He's dirt cheap.
You would say that. But would you care to know the cheapest version of Secure Tribe Elder on TCG Player?
How much?
Let me bring it up for you.
87 cents.
It's not far off. So the lowest printing market price of Sakura Tribe Elder. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't click anything. Come on. Ooh, you get a cookie for being really close, Ian.
How much?
91 cents.
Ooh, I was off by 4 cents.
I know, shocking, right? But he's just so good at what he does that his price is going up.
Well, that's really what it is. He's just... well, the price is always gonna go up until he gets printed again because he is just he's good. He's just so good at what he does. There's no reason not to include him in a green deck.
Yeah.
Cultivate is good for double lands essentially.
Alright, let's see what our budget is right now, because I know we're at the point where we probably need a bunch of just dirt cheap cards now. Alright, Ian, we've picked 25 cards. We're at $7.13.
Okay, so we're halfway.
Yep. Ooh, Harmonize is a quarter. Thrill of Possibilities is a nickel, so I'm gonna... That's a couple of card draws. Thrill of Possibility requires us to discard a card, though, so I'll leave that up to you.
How much does that cost? This is a pet card for me. I love this card because there's just a lot of times it can work really well. Let's see. 30 cents. A card called Recross the Paths.
I wish my Twitch chat would actually stay updating on my phone. You didn't miss much, Mason, by the way. What is it? Cross the Paths?
Yeah, Recross the Paths. I'm going to try to keep my eye on the Twitch chat and keep you informed of it because it's updating on my computer pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't have a... My Twitch chat is not showing up on my... Well, it's on my computer, but I have to click into another tab to do it. That is so much text. Why don't you read it while I continue to look for other cards to add?
Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card into play and the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Clash with an opponent. If you win, return recross the path to its owner's hand. Each clashing player reveals the top card of his or her library and then puts that card on the top or bottom. The player wins if his or her card is a higher converted mana cost.
Alright, well, we don't have big beaters in this deck yet. Is that you giving me permission to add some?
Well, I mean, you did put in Rampaging Baloths and whatever that other thing was. Those are like 6 and 5 drops.
Yeah. But my question still stands.
I mean, I don't know. It's a Dave deck. I feel like it's gonna have some big beaters in it.
It's also an Ian deck, though.
This is true. How much does this card cost? 20 cents. There's a card called Search for Tomorrow. That is a search your library for basic online card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. So it comes in play straight up, and it also has suspended 2. So rather than paying 3-4, you can suspend it for 2 turns.
Centaur Archer has a tap and deal damage ability. Ooh, charging Warboar. Oh, you're a 3-1. How boring. Looking at Gruul cards. Battlefield. Ooh, whenever an aura or equipment, because rock is equipment, enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with menace. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each modified creature you control. This guy sounds like he should go on our deck. Shishiro the Shattered Blade.
Yeah, he'll care about modified creatures for sure.
Yeah, and anytime it just says an equipment enters the battlefield, not cast. So, anytime one of those fucking rocks comes onto the battlefield, he'll make tokens.
How's this card under $1? 45 cents for a card called Into the Wilds. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. I am stunned that card isn't more expensive.
Into the Wild?
Mm-hmm. Into the Wilds.
Oh, jeez, yeah. How is that 44 cents? That'll be good.
Mason sent that message in ages ago.
I know you did, but you didn't send anything else in the chat, so that was me yelling at you to put more stuff in the chat. Talk to me. I'm lonely. Ooh, hold on. There's a card sitting next to me that I ignored because I didn't think it was going to have good synergy. But now when I read the text of the card again, I realize that it has great synergy. I want to see what its lowest price is. Wow, a quarter. Okay. Warstorm Surge, dude.
That card's only a quarter?
The new Capenna print of it is market price TCG player a quarter.
Yeah, dude, that'll have 6 synergy with this deck.
Yeah.
I need to get more copies of that card if it's that cheap.
Yeah. To explain to our audience why it has such great synergy, Warstorm Surge says that whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. The key word here is it deals damage. So when we put in a Death Toucher, it's dealing Death Touch damage, which will insta-kill anything. So it's just another way for an insta-kill. So we have our command, our green commander and Warstorm Surge on there. We can pick 2 different targets to death touch. Boom, boom. That's sick right there.
It is.
And
I'm currently looking up things to sacrifice artifacts.
oh my god, I kind of want to put this guy in the deck just because of his art. Hans Eriksson. Whenever Hans Eriksson attacks,
yes.
reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it in the battlefield, tapped and attacking defending player or planeswalker they control. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. When the creature card, when you put a creature card onto the battlefield this way, it fights Hans Eriksson. Oh, our Death Touchers would kill Hans Eriksson if we did that.
Yeah, Hans Eriksson is a reference to a card called or no, it is
Nice to meet you,
original
Cold.
Goyf. There's the original Goyf, I believe, has a flavor text that's like, I think it's Lurgoyf or whatever, and it's like, oh no, it's the or it's like, Hans, it's the Lurgoyf, run, or whatever. And he is the guy who I believe is yelling that. And then there's a Silverboard card that I believe is just called Ak Hans Run.
And now there's a card called Hans Eriksson, and its flavor text is nothing could ruin such a fine day, Safi.
Yeah.
So
Let me see.
clearly that flavor text is referencing the creature that's about to ruin his day. Yep. Hey look, it's Crystal Spock. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, here it is. The original Lurgoyf. The flavor text is Ak Hans Run. It's the Lurgoyf, and it's Staffy Eriksdotter. Last words.
Ah, last words of the daughter of Hans Eriksson. Oh,
Which Staffy has her own card.
oh, what's Staffy's card?
Staffy Eriksdotter is a fun card that, oh, apparently I didn't spell that right. Where's she at?
Ooh, I'm gonna put Rada Heir to Keld in her deck.
That's
Yuck.
where it's at.
Not that
Heroes
hard.
never die.
Oh, hi, Crystal.
Safi, that's what it is. She's Safi Eriksdotter. So Safi Eriksdotter, she's green-white 2/2. You can sacrifice her. When target creature is put in a graveyard this turn, return that card to the battlefield. And a flavor text. In the blink of an eye, she strode from the deep snow to the dusty waste. From the crease of light behind her, a voice rang hollow. Staffy, wait for me!
Oh, apparently multi-Twitch kept crashing, so Mesa's just gonna be in one chat.
Okay, that's fine. He can just use your chat. My chat's very dull.
Mason, do you have any curiosities, any comments about anything magic related here?
There's, Akhan's Run is a silver border card that says at the beginning of your upkeep, you may say Akhan's Run is the and name a creature card. If you do, search your library for the name card, put it into play, then shuffle your library. That creature is haste, removed from the game at end of
Heroes
turn.
never die.
Bless you. So there you go. That's the full history of Hans Eriksson. Alright, I will be back in just a sec, so keep everyone entertained, Dave.
No! I do love that card. Just trying to think of what cards would be useful. Zendikar Incarnates could be a big dude. Hell yeah, the time. Sorry, target artifact you don't control. Each. That's why that's $5. Plain white celebration, that would be good. 7 mana though. That's a lot of mana. Hull Breach, choose one, destroy target enchantment, or destroy target artifact and target enchantment. Okay. That could be useful. Need some removal stuff. Because our Death Touchers can't... Yeah, we'll put in Hull Breach. Probably playing too fast and loose with our budget right now. Fucking hate when it defaults to Warhammer printings. Like, they're always the most expensive printing. Stop defaulting to the Warhammer ones. I don't care about Warhammer. Although these ones are really old, so maybe it's not the cheapest printing. I mean, maybe it is the cheapest printing. Still. Yeah, it is. Okay. Boop. Alright, time to do a nice analyze. See where we're at. I think we have 19 creatures. How many of them have Death Touch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight have Death Touch with no contingencies. 1 gives Death Touch to everything. 1 has Death Touch if we control a certain number of artifacts, which we will have those artifacts. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had a feeling Ian would pick this guy. I didn't do anything to try to prepare beforehand. But I had a feeling for making a deck with me, he would pick the guy that makes rocks. I almost picked the guy that makes rocks. Actually, I didn't. I sent him to Mason, and I said, this guy is hilarious, but I'm not going to pick him. Whenever a player taps the land for mana, that player adds 1 mana to his own. Well, that's helpful to us, but we also don't want to help our friends like that. I mean, our enemies. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna put this card in just for you, Crystal. I hope you're still listening somewhere.
I am making Rice Krispie treats.
Rice Krispie treats. I want one right now. Give it to me now. Okay, the card's been added just for you. You're welcome. Alright, let's start thinking about removal. What is Chaos Warp down to? Doesn't matter. I'm fitting it into the deck. Actually, probably don't even need Chaos Warp, honestly. Yeah, it's $1. We can't afford it. Chaos Warp's just fun. It's Red's best removal spell. Anytime a removal says target permanent, we like it. Alright. Going Wilds. Brokers can get us a...
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Ian. Forest, plains, or islands. Okay, well, they can give us a forest, so at least it's not useless. I need to know what all the lands from New Capenna are. Oh, never mind. I don't need to know all of them, because Cabaretti Courtyard gets a forest or mountains. I was going to say all the lands from New Capenna that sacrifice themselves upon entry.
Ah, got it.
I just put 2 of them in.
So I did find some cards to look at.
Yes.
Megatog was the first one.
This big ugly frog?
Yeah, well, it's an ATOG. ATOGs always, you sacrifice something to them, and then they do stuff. So in this case, both the Megatog and the original ATOG are sacrifice an artifact, and they get a buff. The original ATOG is just +2/+2 till end of turn, but this guy is +3/3 and gains trample. So after we drop a couple rocks on the battlefield, we can have him eat the rocks, and it makes him super huge, and then he can trample over people.
Yeah, he's already in. I put him in as soon as I saw his ugly face.
You're like, yeah,
Look at this guy, Mason. Look at him. Oh, Alex.
Isn't he gruesome?
Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought Alex was back, but no, it was the chat had been scrolled up. Alright, what's the next card? I added some cards while you were away.
Alright, I'll have to check those out in a sec. The next card I saw that could be interesting, other than the original ATOG, because obviously he could be good too. The Rust Monster is another one where we can sack artifacts, give it a buff. Unfortunately, a lot of the things that are like, oh, sack them and you get stuff is like, add red equal to the sacrifice artifact's mana value, which will have a value of 0 because it's a token.
I mean, there is one creature I saw when I was just scrolling red creatures that were cheap as shit and sorting them by their power. The Greater Gargadon.
Yeah, Gargadon. We could just sack rocks to get him into play.
To get him into play.
9/7 straight up.
Yeah. And no one seems to like those Gargadons, so it's probably worth a penny.
Yeah.
16 cents for the Greater Gargadon.
Yeah, I think he's only... Oh no, he actually was reprinted in Double Masters. That's funny.
Why?
Oh my god, alright, so he was printed in Double Masters, Commander's Legend Battle for Baldur's Gate, Time Spiral Remastered, the Mystery Boosters, the Modern Masters, and Time Spiral.
Why does he have so many printings?
I don't know.
Should we put him in the deck?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, fuck it. Okay, let me do a quick analysis here, Ian. Okay, we were at 39 cards, $10.60, 22 creatures, 7 sorceries, 2 instants, 2 enchantments, 1 artifact, 3 lands, because we haven't done our lands yet.
Look up makeshift munitions when you get a chance. It's like 9 cents.
Makeshift munitions. It would help if I'd spell it right. Pay 1, sacrifice or creature who just deals 1 damage to any target.
With enough mana, since we're kind of landfalling and enough rocks, we can just shoot anything dead, pretty much.
Yeah, sure. If
Just an idea. Obviously, you can come out.
Yeah. If you think we'll have enough words. Oh look, I got the Gloomstalker right here next to me. I was actually thinking that she would be a fun thing to do a commander over the background for.
Which one? The Anaris Gloomstalker?
Yeah. Which, let me look at the panoramas. Panorama. Alright, what are the panoramas that we would want? Jund?
Yeah. Panoramas, Jund and Naya would both have what we're looking for.
Okay. We could do Grixis and Bant if you just want to have even more sacrifice lands in our deck, because Bant will give us a forest and Grixis will get us a mountain.
Yeah, and those are lands that you then sack to get more lands, to get more landfall triggers.
Yep.
I don't see why not. This deck's gonna love those kind of effects.
Literally, what I did that in my Protector of Predator Guard. Oh, hi! Ven's here.
Hey, yeah, Ven is here. Nice.
Yeah, the Twitch app just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
How much is this guy?
It used to leave my phone open when I would have the Twitch app open, and so I could actually keep the chat going. But now, and then it started closing itself when this, and now it doesn't even update the chat like ever. Twitch app sucks.
Dave, you should look up Carrick Clan Stoker. You tap it and sacrifice an artifact to add 2 red to your mana pool.
What was it? I got distracted by Mason calling Venti. No, you can't go to sleep yet. What am I looking up? Clan Stalker?
Clan Stoker.
Stoker.
Carrick Clan Stoker. Venti. What size is a Venti at Starbucks, Jen?
Large.
Is that the big one? That's the big one? Yeah, because Venti Carius joined our stream and Cypher called them Venti. And it's like, wait, I realized I just called them Venti like they're a Starbucks coffee.
Alright, I'm gonna make some Dave decisions for this deck. Are you ready for them? I know I've made a lot so far, but I'm gonna make more.
You gonna put a bunch of lands in?
Nope. I'm gonna put in some fucking elephants.
Oh, there you go.
I want elephants, damn it! Big ol' honkin' elephants.
Let's see.
Commanders,
That's
red.
enough stack artifact abilities.
Might need like just a couple more Death Touchers too.
Alright, I'll go back to looking up Death Touchers. I tried to find, there's plenty of Death Touchers, but I was trying to look for ones that had like more useful abilities than just being Death Touchers.
Oh yeah, there's lots of Death Touchers. A lot of them are boring. Alright, so, shocker, there is no red or gruel elephant. Oh my god, there's a creature that's an elephant worm? Yuck. Ha! Mastodon, a plant elephant. You need to put that in your plant deck.
I think it is in the list.
It's a Mastodon. I love a good pun. Ooh, this one has reach.
The only reason it wouldn't be is I think I was originally to make that deck Yorvo budget, though I think that might just be out the...
Oh, is the Yorvo... is... The Mastodon's only 12 cents. You could fit it in there.
Oh, okay. It probably is in the list then. Alright, I'm going back to searching for creatures with Death Touch, because there's too many other things that also do Death Touch. Creature...
No, we don't want that.
With Death Touch, there we go. Sort that by mana value.
Alright, there's battlefield, pay 2 energy. If you can't return it to its owner's hand. They should really, like, put some... I wish they didn't give up on energy.
The problem is just energy is very self-contained. It would be very hard to build energy in any kind of environment that isn't all about energy, the way that Kaladesh was.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, they did it in one set and then was like, we don't want to do it. Because some of the...
They might go back to Kaladesh. It is kind of Kaladesh's thing. It's an artifact set, but it's also, you know, that the big thing that set it apart from most other locations was the energy.
Okay, I'm only gonna put in one elephant, even though I kind of want to just have all of the elephants. I'm gonna build I want to build elephant tribal. That's what I want. The commander would have to be Hamza, probably. But I'm gonna put in the thorn mammoth. Or there is the Terastodon. A 9/9 for 8. When Terastodon enters the battlefield, you may destroy up to 3 target non-creature permanents for each permanent put into a graveyard this way. Its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant creature. Oh my god, I just realized. We could use the Terastodon ourselves. We could just destroy 3 rocks to make 3 elephants.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Let's value. Hornet's Nest is kind of like the Hornet Queen.
Ooh,
but
yes.
Instead of it's whenever it takes damage, you create that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and death touch.
All right. I hope you don't mind that the Terastodon is way high on the mana curve.
That's fine. I'm not. Mana curve doesn't matter to me that much in Commander.
Alright, and then... Oh, there's a landfall elephant. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Kazandu Mammoth gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Nice.
You know what? Let's put it in the deck because it's from Zendikar. So we can either have a nice little 3/3 elephant for 3 that gets buff every time a land enters the field, or if we get desperate, the other side is a land.
Yeah, I mean, if you need the land, it's there. You should look up Nightshade Peddler. It's a creature that give one of our commanders death touch.
Yep, that is in Yorvo. We are definitely a lot more green than we are red. As the person that picked the red commander, are you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine. The flavor there is I give lots of rocks.
Yeah, rocks that then turn into fucking like poison missiles.
Yeah. You cover them in poison and then throw them at your enemies, and you go, the poison for Dave, the poison chosen specifically for Dave, Dave's poison.
Okay, I'm gonna just...
Bad poison.
I have a question for you guys.
I might have the answer.
Have you explained what the Yorvo budget means to those people that don't know what the Yorvo Invitational is about?
We haven't.
We have not.
You should do that.
You should do that.
Yeah, there's a special
Not my stream.
guest in our stream. You should definitely do that.
Alright, if you look at my screen right now, for those that are still doing the multi-Twitch, I brought up a card onto the screen here that was Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig. It is my first commander, my first deck, my first Magic deck. And Crystal kept battering me to get into Magic. I refused until there was one time she just so happens to have her next door neighbor friend who's a Magic expert over, and me over at the same time. By pure coincidence, she claims. And they kept trying to get me to cave on Magic and get into it. And I said, I'll get into it. if you, sir, can build me a deck for the amount of money I had in my pocket, or my wallet. I knew I just had a bunch of singles. I just didn't know how many. I had 11 singles. So he built me a Magic deck that was actually really good for $11. So then I said we should all build decks for $15 and then have a tournament against each other, hence the Yorvo Invitational, and hence our colloquialism, Yorvo Budget, meaning the deck costs less than $15.
As a rule, Dave likes to build all of his decks initially at Yorvo Budget.
Yep.
Until he knows whether he actually likes the deck, and from that point on, he can then spend more money as he sees fit to upgrade the deck. Though originally, I think you just kept all of your decks at Yorvo Budget for a brief time.
Yeah, I would. You got to play with the deck at least like 5 times before you know if you like it or not.
For sure.
Alex called us bad streamers.
Why?
She's not wrong. I can't find anything incorrect about that. And for those of you that are big into Magic and know more of what we're talking about, and are wondering, basic lands are free. We use the TCG player market price to determine the price of the deck, so you can't just be like, I found Doubling Season ripped into 3 pieces for $3 on eBay. No, that doesn't count. Because Doubling Season is like a $70 card. I don't care if you found it ripped in shreds in a dumpster.
Yeah, that rule had to be instigated after somebody made a habit of finding really bargain cards that were...
They were very damaged.
Cheaper than they should have been.
Including a card that had to be saved using an iron. Crystal knows
Very
more about that.
Very crafty on Crystal's part to save that card. It was not her card, but...
Yeah. Alright, yeah, we have a lot of green pips. A lot of creatures with multi-pips. Not that it matters, we're not running any cost reduction anyways.
No. Nope. Everything's expensive. Let's see here. Alright. We have a fair number of Death Touchers by now.
Oh yeah, we're good on that. We're good. We're probably good on creatures, honestly. Now we just need to fill in the support pieces. Removal should be like green and red artifact and enchantment removal because hopefully our
Alex had gotten locked out of her account and couldn't remember the email to get back into Twitch.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm glad we're back in the game, Alex.
Alright, so we got the Death Touch. We got quite a few things to get us land, plus we're gonna naturally
Heroes
drop
never
land.
die.
As a landfall deck, probably want to run a little bit more lands than normal. You know, if like multicolor decks, I feel like I usually run like 36 or so maybe like 38.
Oh my god.
38.
Crystal, that picture you sent me finally got to me.
That explains a lot why you were so confused. I'm like, I swear I break my phone that bad.
So, I've had the same problem with Ian, too. Like...
I think it's your stupid iPhone.
Yeah, it's definitely my stupid iPhone.
Nope, and I probably just
Well,
made
what's
some
funny is, like, we were in the middle of a conversation sending gifts to each other, and then the phone just decided, I'm not going to send the gift that you want to send to Ian, and then also the gift he's sending you will come in 3 hours.
which is lame. I like my gifts to arrive to Dave quickly.
There we go. But now let's zoom in now, since now we're cut off. Okay. Some of the cards I added were a Braid, Hull Breach, Shenanigans just for Crystal. Card draw. We don't have much card draw. Like, at all. Really. Is there a card that lets us draw cards by the number of artifacts we have? Because I know there's Shamanic Revelations that let us draw cards by the number of creatures we have. But we're not making token creatures.
Yeah, I feel like that that effect is going to be most commonly in blue to draw off the number of artifacts.
Well, I would. You're probably right because blue has every card drawn under the fucking sun. But like Boros is such an artifact and equipment heavy color combo. I was hoping we would have a mono red card that could do it.
What we will have a lot of is Impulse Draw.
Yeah, that's true. We can get Impulse Draw.
And then most of our green draw is either going to be Harmonize, which is a broken ass green card, or drawing based off of creatures.
Oh, Harmonize. That's not broken. It just shouldn't exist in green.
Yeah, it shouldn't exist in green at that mana cost. That should be a blue only effect, but
yeah.
I digress.
You digress, and I bought myself 5 copies of Harmonize recently because I didn't own any.
And that's the problem, is now it's a commander staple. So now they just reprint it all the time.
I mean, to be fair, I think green has better card draw cards, but it is nice having Harmonize in your back pocket, something that's not contingent on you having a big creature or a lot of creatures. Because, like, Soul's Majesty is splashier, but Harmonize is reliable.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look up something, because we're gonna have Death Touchers, so anything... While Fight is good, the better ones are the ones that are just deal damage equal to their power.
Which is red. Oh, my Gruul deck I just broke down has stuff like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find the scraps of the cards laying around. If I can find any of the cards that were in it. Ooh, how many non-humans do we have in our deck?
You would have to go through it. I imagine a lot. I don't think a ton of humans have Death Touch.
Okay, we have a handful of humans, but most of our creatures are not humans, because depending on how much it costs, we could do Ferocity of the Wilds as a red enchantment. Gives +1/+0 and trample for only 3 mana. And only 16 cents too. I'm gonna throw it in. Most of our creatures aren't human. And it gives a nice little buff. Here we go. Here's some of my Gruul cards. Also, did I put Thrill Possibility in this deck? I should. Actually, oh yeah, I asked you about it, and I don't think you gave your opinion on Thrill Possibility.
What's it do?
2 mana, red, additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2. So it's discard, draw 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's good, because you can discard things that aren't going to be useful to you now, for the sake of drawing things later that, or essentially drawing things that might be what you need.
Yeah, ditch a card you don't want.
Aggressive Instinct.
Yes, I'm in, whatever it is. Target creature you control deals damage. You control its power to target creature you don't control. Yeah, simple. 26 cents. And I really like that art. Alright, I'd say we probably have... As soon as this loads, we have 7 lands. Any kind of deck with the landfall theme, I think 40 is a good number to hit for total lands. So that's 33 basic lands. So 33... So 52 plus 33 is 85. So I say we got about 15 more cards to fill.
Got it.
27. Ah, yeah. That's a good one. That's in Big Stinky Giants. Yes.
And,
yes, I have a deck called Big Stinky Giants, everybody.
Heck yeah. Domri's Ambush.
I think...
Essentially that kind of same ability, but even better, because the creature gets a +1/+1 card.
I think that card was in... Yep. This card was in... Godzilla, which just officially got broken down for parts. Godzilla, my Godzilla Jank deck for $15, in which 3 of the cards took up $10 of the budget, is officially broken down.
Why is your deck called?
Why is my deck called what?
Big Stinky Giants. I feel like there's a fun story behind that you can share.
It's not that fun. So, it's a giant deck filled with giants. And when I built the deck, I was watching a lot of old wrestling, a lot of times with Crystal. And when WCW, when Hulk Hogan had I think he called Andre the Giant the same thing, but I was watching WCW. He was having a feud with a guy that was named the Giant. And almost every time he referred to him, he would call him, "That big stinky giant!" Like, "Fee, fi, fo, fo, I smell the blood of that big stinky giant, brother!"
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Alright, I'm gonna put in another one of those new Capenna lands that sacrifices itself on entry. Just because I wasn't searching for it, but I was just scrolling through my cards here that are, like, on my table. And the one that I had no chance of remembering what it was called just happened to be in this stack, and it fetches us a mountain. Or forest. Riveter's Overlook. Excuse me. I smell the blood of that big stinky giant, brother. Oh, I'm gonna put in a card that I want in the deck, and you can't stop me.
No, veto.
Really? You're gonna veto a land?
No, I'm not. That would be silly, and I would not do that.
You don't even know what land I'm putting in.
big stinky land.
Putting in the Highland Forest because it's a mountain forest. It's the Snow Duel. It's gonna be fetchable by none of these cards because we don't have the ones that don't care if it's basic or not. But still, I'm on the Snow Duel. It would be fetchable if we put in like Nature's Lore. Which just got another reprint, so I bought a handful of copies of it when it was $1, and now it's less than that.
Nice. Soul's Fire. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any target.
Ah, yes, that's a red staple right there.
That's so good. That was one of the win cons in my Quill Spike deck back in the day.
I still like that the last message in our chat is that we're bad streamers.
Yep. That's why no one else's message, because they all left.
Oh, brother, these guys stink!
Gravonic Punch. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target player. So that one wouldn't be removable against creatures, but then it has Jumpstart, so you can cast it again from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs.
I think we need to focus on some artifact and enchantment removal.
I know we had one earlier.
I mean, we have Shenanigans of Braid that I put into the deck. Those both remove artifacts.
Benticarius is, in my defense, I'm drawing my friend's VTuber model right now.
You guys don't have to actually be active in the chat. I just want them. That's usually just me, trying to acknowledge that I know you guys are still there. And I appreciate you guys. And also, I like to give everybody shit. But that's pretty sweet. I saw that you have the VTube model when I popped in on your stream. Also, Ian, we're at $14.07, so we have 93 cents left. And let's see, we're at 9 lands that are not basics right now. So 1 gives us 10, so 31. So we have about 11 slots and about 93 cents to use those 11 slots with. So we gotta go dirt cheap now.
Got it. Sounds like Mason's trying to sleep on us. He says that he's got his eyes are closed.
Doing the starfish.
He's listening to us. Yeah. Hey, you did see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, because the picture that Crystal sent me 2 hours ago finally got to me, and I finally understand what Mason was talking about. Oh, so I have no idea when you tried to send me this "you get a GIF" text, Ian, but I got it at 10:17.
That one I didn't send that long ago.
Okay. So maybe it's finally receiving messages fine now. Okay, let's see,
I'm looking for artifact and enchantment removal.
Because, I mean, we probably don't need a lot of it. Broken Bond can destroy an artifact, or an artifact or enchantment. Hull Breach can destroy an enchantment or an artifact, or both, if there is 2 eligible targets, because it's choose one, destroy our target artifact, destroy target enchantment, destroy target artifact, and target enchantment. So, Hull Breach can do both if necessary.
Let's see.
Ah, well, I'm happy to give you the vibes, Mason. I'm just finally happy that I found a deck to put Serkera the Bold in. This is going to be the first deck to put Serkera the Bold. I know.
I do like her a lot.
I mean, let's see. What about? I was about to be like, what about other things that give Death Touch? But then, like, we're also really close to being over our budget here. Let's see. I know a couple of pieces of dirt fucking cheap card draw we can add. Because it's not great card draw, but it's like Yorva budget card draw. Like, how do you feel about the Sunset Pyramid? 2-drop.
Which one's that one do?
2-drop artifact. Sunset enters the battlefield with 3 brick counters on it. Pay 2, tap it, remove a brick counter, and draw a card. So you can draw 3 cards from it. Pay 2 to draw 1 at a time, though. It'll get you 3 card draws, and when you're out of brick counters on it, it doesn't go away, but you can use it to pay 2 and scry 1. But, like, it's not good. Like, that's really bad. But it's also 4 cents.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, any kind of card draw, even in a limited fashion, is going to be very, very useful. Because, again, we're not playing blue.
Yeah. Alright, well then I'll also toss in... And then I guess I'll also toss in an Investigator's Journal. I mean, it is more expensive at 21 cents. So that really eats into our remaining budget, but it's, enters the battlefield with a number of suspect counters on it equal to the greatest number of creatures a player controls, so it's sketch on how much card draw you're going to get. Pay 2 to remove a suspect counter from the Investigator's Journal and draw a card. And then when there's no suspect counters on it left, you just pay 2, sacrifice it to draw a card.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I mean, again, we have a limited amount of options for card draw, so almost any of them is going to be pretty useful. And plus, late game, that card's more powerful. And that's sometimes good. You want cards so you can do that kind of thing. Obviously, we can throw Naturalize into the deck.
Yes.
The classic, it's 8 cents. Or, actually, the cheapest one I see is 3 cents. There's also Return to Nature, which is choose 1, destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or exile a card from a graveyard.
Oh yeah. I was struggling to remember the names of the classic green enchantment hate cards when I was trying to think of some.
Naturalize is the most basic one, but there's several of them that are kind of classic.
God, Skyrim has such amazing music.
It really does. Broken Wings, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying.
That's at instant speed, right?
Keep music videos going while you text and watch uninterrupted.
It's time!
On us.
Hold on, I gotta send that to everybody. Oh. Apparently I had accidentally put Abandoned Reason into our deck.
Which does what?
Up to 2 target creatures get +1/+0 and gain first strike until end of turn. And then it also has Madness.
Oh, first strike is good on Death Touchers.
Yeah. I guess we could leave it in. Little combat trick is instant speed. Alright, 62, 31, so 7 card spots left with 48 cents left. We have 27 creatures. I don't know if you want any more or not. 9 sorceries, 8 instants, 4 enchantments, 3 artifacts. So we're not doing a lot of artifact stuff on our own. What are some cheap fucking artifacts here? Let's do some Scryfall searching here for... This is about to be like the most boring part, guys. I'm so sorry.
Locket. Gruul Locket, Gruul, not the Signets. Signets are actually kind of expensive.
Alright, the commander colors. Red, legal, commander. We'll say worth a dime. Artifacts worth a dime. There are 519 artifacts worth a dime.
Also the Gruul Cluestone. How much is that? 7 cents. Yeah, Gruul Cluestone and Gruul Locket. They're both mana rocks. They cost 3, which is a little unfortunate, but...
Arcane Encyclopedia, 3 mana drop, pay 3 to tap it and draw a card. I know I've used that in my budget decks for card draw. Ooh! We could do the Bag of Holding for some wild and wacky stuff.
Yes, always.
I mean, it's not, yeah. Yeah, you know what the Bag of Holding does, right? Basically.
Yeah, you essentially put cards into it, and then you can get them back later.
Yeah, draw a card, discard a card. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. And then everything goes into the Bag of Holding, and then you just get it all back.
So for some rocks, the Cluestone, the Key Runes, and the Lockets are all pretty affordable. Key Rune's probably the most. That one's 9 cents for the Key Rune. The Cluestone, I think I said was in 7.
I mean, we don't need too many mana rocks.
No, it's a landfall deck. But they're all less than 10 cents.
I'll put the Gruul Key Rune in.
I do like the Key Runes because they can also turn to creatures in a pinch.
Yeah. Ooh, the Boots of Speed. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has haste. It costs 1 red and its equip cost is 1.
Nice.
Do you think we should put it in?
Yeah, I mean haste plus a little buff is almost always good. How much money we got available, Dave?
Let me check. We have 31 cents available for 4 cards. So we're less than a dime a card right now.
I was gonna say, if we had a little more, Gruul War Chant would give our attacking creatures +1/+0 and menace.
I mean, we could always just add more basic lands.
This is true. It is a little bit of a landfall-y kind of deck.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I wanted to look at more enchantments anyways. Because I know this is going to sound dumb, but I've also been like playing the game for only a year. But I have recently like just fallen in love with enchantments. I went from barely like paying attention to them to now like I will often flirt with like 10 enchantments in my deck.
Yeah, so traditionally enchantments are considered fairly weak, because like auras are just worse than equipment. But I love enchantments because like, who runs enough enchantment removal if you're running like
Exactly
really good enchantments in your deck?
Exactly. It's like I know I get the argument of getting 2-for-1s with auras, which I don't use a lot of auras unless it's an aura that gives some form of protection. I mean, or if I think the aura is good enough, or if it's an aura like Rancor where it just comes back anyways. But like just like board state enchantments, so just like nobody runs, especially in our play groups, constant enchantment removal. And it's like even if they remove one, it's like, alright, I've got another good one. Good one ready to go. Alright. Gruul enchantments worth a nickel. Let's see how many there are. 86. Alright, but you know what? Let's add some filters here, actually. Creature is not, and aura is not.
So both solid.
Oops, is not. Oh, some of my other filters must have turned off. Okay, yeah, Commander legal. 5 cents. The commander is Gruul. Is not a creature, isn't a enchantment, is not an aura. 486 cards. Wait, why are the sorceries showing up? No, is enchantment. Mo is being mean again? What is Mo doing?
Oh no! That's a moment for Dave.
Alright. It's too confused with my filters, apparently.
It's just too difficult, Dave.
Is enchantments. No, is enchantments. Creature. Okay, yeah. It keeps flipping to is not every time I like do anything. Alright, so let's do this then. If we want to keep doing is not an instant. No, is not an instant. Is not an artifact. I like how ass backwards I'm doing this right now. Is not. No, is enchantment. Oh my god. Is not, is not, is not. Me, that's all this stream needs to know. Oh. Well, tell her to stop. Alright, 14 cards. Cool, finally.
for a second, I thought this called Battle Plan. It was like 1 cent, and I was like, how? And then I reread it, and I realized it's not as good as my eyes initially thought. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I remember when I first read it, I thought it was creatures you control. I was about to be like, giving all of your creatures +2. That seems pretty good.
No dragons.
Oh! Yeah, tell Mo to stop that. Stop that. We've got, after all that filters, the enchantments that are dirt fucking cheap are actually kind of shit.
Oh yeah, that's why they're dirt cheap, Dave.
I know. If we had more humans in our deck, Vigilante Justice would be good because of all of our Death Touch theming. Whenever a human enters the battlefield under your control, Vigilante Justice deals 1 damage to any target. Oh wait, Vigilante Justice deals the damage. Never mind. Its card's just shit. I mean, there is Orcish Oriflame, which is just attacking creatures you control get +1/+0. And then there's Furnace Celebration. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you may pay 2. If you do, Furnace Celebration deals 2 damage to any target. So, I mean, we're going to be sacrificing a lot of rocks, so it's just nice to have a little 2 ping synergy if we want it.
Yeah. Captive Flame costs 2 cents, or 12 cents. It's 3 mana, and then enchantment has pay a red, target creature gets +1/+0 till end of turn. So it gives all of your creatures fire breathing.
Hold on, what is it?
Captive Flame.
Target creature gets... Yeah, gets fire breathing. Do you want it?
I mean, it's good because, like, oh, I swing with 3 creatures and you block those 2, but this one gets through? Cool, I'm gonna pump it +4. You know, like, it can just help you get over the top when you need it.
Yeah. What do you think about Furnace Celebration? That's the one that we pay 2 to ping to whenever we sacrifice a rock.
It seems pretty good because because we're gonna be sacrificing rocks pretty often.
And then the other one was attacking creatures get +1/+0. Those were enchantments in Garul that cost less than 5 cents. So
I got 6 and 8. That's not bad at all for someone who never plays Hanzo.
What, sorry, what was that last part, Dave?
I said, what about Orcish Oriflame, which attacking creatures get +1/+0?
Could be really useful, especially with Death Touch, because any of our creatures with Death Touch, even giving them a little bit additional power, if you multi-block them, you can just wipe out anything that blocks.
Yeah, that's true, because you would just do 1 damage to each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, that's exactly what she does, doesn't she?
How much is this for?
I like how this art of this card is $8.95. Oh, because it's the fucking 30th anniversary shit that's not even out yet. Well, the card actually costs 3 cents.
Yeah. Quart of Ire, it's like 21 cents, so it's probably outside of our budget now, but when it enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, it deals 2 damage to any target. If you are the Monarch, it deals 7 damage to that player or permanent instead.
Alright, I just clicked on it to see where it puts us. It puts us at 1529 before we have basics. Alright, let's see what our big price expensive cards are right now. Well, our biggest card is... not showing up. There it is. Is the Viper's Fang at $2.09. And then Archetype of Aggression is 73 cents. Hornet's Nest is 59 cents. Finn the Fangbear is almost 50 cents now. Hull Breach is 40 cents. Into the Wilds is 44 cents. Idol of Oblivion is 44 cents. I feel like I'm saying cents weird. Cents. We are at 70 cards. Which actually means we added one more card than we intended to. So if we take out a card worth 29 cents, we're at our budget. So we could keep Court of Ire if we took out something that costs 30 cents.
And I do love adding Monarch to the game. I just think it's a super fun mechanic to throw in.
Monarch is great.
Creates a ton of chaos, and it makes everyone a little more aggressive, which is always fun.
I love being aggressive. There was somebody that got really mad when I played Angler Turtle into a game where his two opponents were dirtling and had nothing going on. So I said, I'm going to play Angler Turtle here so that we can get towards the end game.
Yep. I'm just going to make things happen.
For those of you that don't know, Angler Turtle is a big old turtle, 5/7 turtle that just says all opponents' creatures attack each combat.
Yep. Just goad everything.
Okay, so we just need to get rid of 29 cents. Harmonize would be 39 cents. Recross the Path is 29 cents.
Recross the Paths might be something to take out if we need to remove more, some value. Because, I mean, it's good, but like you said, we don't have a ton of beef boys.
Yeah. Let's see. Our CMC is 3.26. So
yeah, that's kind of, we're gonna lose that clash quite a bit.
Yeah, I think you're right. And plus, removing Cross the Pass puts us at exactly $15 before basic lands.
There you go.
Wait, what was it called again?
What? Recross the Path?
Recross the Paths. Okay. I kept looking at Cross the Paths. I'm like, why isn't it here? And plus, now our deck count is at the funny number.
Yeah, even better.
So there it is. Before basic lands, this deck is exactly $15 on the TCG market price. It's a public deck, so I should send you the deck list so that you can review it and decide if you're happy with it.
Good.
Okay, so let's do some analysis here. So, our mana distribution is 44 green and 32 red.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna pop into your screen, or full size your screen, so I can see all this. Yeah, so more green than red.
More green than red.
More creatures than anything else?
That table is really small. No, the general spells outnumber the creatures 31 to 29.
Yeah, but not by much, so that's fair.
Yeah. Perfectly balanced as all things should be, as Thanos would say.
That is what you would say.
Ooh, your commander's more expensive than mine. 11 cents to 10 cents.
Ooh.
Alright.
Big money there. Sorry. That's the card we should have dropped then. It's just too expensive.
You're funny. I like how, look at our enchantments. They all have red except for one.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of our sorceries all have some green in them, except for one.
Yep. Balanced as all things should be.
Instants are close, but it looks like there's more red than green. So that means all of our green is creatures, which, what a surprise! Green wants creatures. Alright, so I should do more. Let's see, I need
13 and 8 is a Hanzo.
There you go, Jen. Okay, so we need 31 lands, more forests than mountains, but it should still be close to each other. So what do you say? 16-15 or 17-14? Probably 17-14, right?
Yeah, 17-14.
17-14. That's a done deck. We did it. We did it.
You did, Dave.
In 2 hours and 21 minutes, we made a baby.
It's a deck.
Look at that. Congratulations, it's a deck. Tago, Goblin, Weaponsmith, Hellenic, Hessig Ranger. There's now 19 decks that EDH Rec can grab data from, because this is a public deck from a site that they grab data from.
That's funny.
So there's now 19 decks that people will admit to making for Tago and Helena. Which,
perfect.
I think we did a pretty good job. I never would have thought of the Death Touch synergy without looking at EDH Rec, so I'm glad that we did.
I would have got there eventually.
Yeah.
Because realizing that both commanders cause the creature itself to deal the damage is the key to that.
Yeah, and plus you're smarter and more experienced at this game, so that's why I was glad to build a deck with you. Because I'm like a goblin, and because I'm like grabbing like ooh shiny, I like this card,
Yeah, I like that card. I like this other card. Cards are good.
I like cards.
This card's got pretty art.
Pretty much. I like this. Like, one of the cards I slipped in when you weren't there was Rada, Heir to Keld. Doesn't have Death Touch, it's just an Elf Warrior. It says, whenever Heir to Keld attacks, you may add 2 red, or you can just tap it for a green.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. It exists.
Yeah. Mason's like, time for games? I think he's bored with our deck building.
Yeah, we did bore him to death. I guess we can play some games. I have to take care of some, we'll call it business first.
Got it. Well, Dave wouldn't be able to join right away. Mason, Jen definitely wants you to join her and Crystal playing Overwatch, because right now they're doing this Hanzo event. And apparently it's, Jen's doing pretty good at it, but they would definitely like more friends, because it's essentially 4v4 deathmatch. Everyone plays Hanzos with scatter arrows.
Oh yeah, we've played it. Lisa and I have played it.
So
it's gross. But speaking of gross, everybody make sure you follow the Baron Von Games here on Twitch. I'm on his streams all the time because I'm needy. And we're good friends.
Dave doesn't get enough attention in his own streams.
That's right. I have to be the center of attention always. So go ahead, give him a follow. Make sure you follow 9Cypher. He's a good dude, and he's the puppet master of the Corn Cob Entertainment Empire. Normally I would shout out to follow another person, but I'm not going to because they're being mean to Mason. So, and also they never popped in. So,
oh, someone did join my chat, and now I just see that they joined.
Oh no, who was it?
First time chat person.
Oh, first time chat.
Yeah, Idoff. He just asked what were we building.
Somebody actually popped into. Damn, we missed somebody that was actually interested in Magic over in your chat.
Yeah, because I was in your chat. I wasn't going back to mine.
Whoops, sorry. Well, perhaps we'll have to do this again sometime. But, so, where was I? Oh yeah, signing off, that's where I was. Make sure you follow me over at Off the Husk so you can find out when I'm streaming next and what I'm streaming next. Make sure you hop on over to my website. It's corncob.wixsite.com/entertainment, where you can read my movie reviews and put in submissions for what movies or video games you want to see me play and watch and talk about next. as Jen is screaming in the background. But
Yeah, Jen is screaming because apparently every Hanzo fired their ult all at the same time.
that's fun. But thank you all that joined us today, and we'll see you in the next one. And as always, in the meantime and in between time, keep popping.